Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And now the JAGS defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tua now on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
On 2nd down, Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play caller. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And I think the ball's out. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Jaguars. Phillip Lindsay. 83 yards, and the JAGS have taken the early lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the 1st half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Yards to go.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Jaguars. Lamar Jackson, 69 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that'll make the score 14-0. Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The tackle made.
On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it, and to be frank about it, Most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
2nd and 11 at the 41. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. 20! And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Lindsey. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
51 for Mike, boy, 51. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll run it. Room here to run. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Tony Jefferson.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And finding Davis here, the tight end. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Lindsey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next the score, Jaguars 21, Dolphins 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Buying time to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Philip Lindsay saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
For the point after.
But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It's a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Tua going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. This one caught by Davis. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This one out quickly to Watkins. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
It's second and inches at the 45-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Check three.
Now it's Breida. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
For Jacksonville.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Six man.
Breida. Breida to get the third quarter started. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Hey, watch the slant. Check it out, Reed. Check. Yo.
They'll run. It's Lindsey, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Another run by Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Lindsey on the toss left, and he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Tackled back at the 40.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Flushed out right. Going deep here for Parker. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 12. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on third. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Breida, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run again with Breida. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And he's out right at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. This is brought in by Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Lindsey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, they try the shuffle pass, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson going to run. He finds an opening past the 40. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second and 7, Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Lindsey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down, Dolphins.
Tua sets up to pass it. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And
Two to throw again. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, 43. He's crazy.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Lambo is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure, this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They knew this would be tough. On the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Steps away. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Mike Gesicki. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Today's final score.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team